to increase your muscle mass? The answer is simple: consume protein, and the more, the better. However, there's a caveat. When we consume a large amount of protein, it leads to increased acidity in our blood. Maintaining a stable blood pH level is crucial for our body, so to compensate for the acidity, our body starts using up calcium. If we don't consume enough calcium through our diet, after a few weeks of this protein bombardment, we end up with a serious calcium deficiency. The consequences: joint and bone problems, hair loss, tooth decay, and a decline in physical performance. Calcium plays a vital role in muscle contraction, so the moral of the story is that while protein is necessary, we must never forget the importance of minerals. In this video, I have gathered the essential minerals that play a crucial role in building our muscles and are crucial for maintaining our body in good shape. So, make sure to watch the entire video because it will be highly interesting and beneficial. Let's get started. By the way, friends, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell. Don't miss out on my latest updates. Now, let's talk about the first mineral that is crucial if we want to build impressive muscles and improve our physical performance: calcium. I mentioned calcium briefly earlier, but it's worth emphasizing that calcium is perhaps the most important mineral involved in muscle contraction. Without calcium, our muscles wouldn't be able to contract at all. Additionally, this micronutrient is vital for building our skeletal structure. Moreover, calcium has a significant impact on our brain function, as it serves as the primary resource not only for our muscles but also for our nervous system. That's why when we consume a good amount of calcium, we feel energized and experience an improvement in mood. On the other hand, if we have a calcium deficiency, we may feel somewhat down. Contrary to common belief, calcium is not just about bones. It also plays a significant role in muscle function and brain activity. Now, let's talk about the recommended dosage. An adult needs to consume 1,000 milligrams of calcium per day, which is equivalent to 1 gram. However, it's worth mentioning that the majority of us do not meet this dosage through our regular diet, especially for athletes who put their bodies under increased stress. So, where can we get calcium? First and foremost, dairy products such as cottage cheese, yogurt, milk, and of course, cheese are excellent sources of calcium. Vegetables are also a good option, including greens and broccoli. However, I mentioned earlier that most of us fail to reach the recommended calcium dosage through our diet alone. If we refer to the reference guide and do the math, we'll see that we would need to consume a significant volume of food to obtain the daily calcium requirement. But there's a simple way to get calcium: consuming approximately 100 grams of cheese per day. With other food options, it becomes more challenging. For example, to obtain the same amount of calcium from milk, we would need to drink about a liter, which may not be the best option for adults. Generally, milk is not easily digested and can cause digestive issues. So, it's not advisable to consume large quantities of milk. Relying solely on vegetables to meet the calcium requirement also has limitations. Consuming more than 400 grams of vegetables per day becomes impractical. Therefore, the most practical option is cheese. Alternatively, there's another life hack: sesame seeds. Sesame seeds are absolute champions when it comes to calcium content. However, here's an important detail that not everyone knows. The high calcium content is found only in black sesame seeds, while regular white sesame seeds contain very little calcium. There's another life hack for obtaining calcium, which is eggshells. However, simply chewing on eggshells is not the best option. You need to grind them in a coffee grinder and add a few drops of lemon juice. This will turn it into a good and rich source of calcium. Another option is to consume calcium in the form of tablets or supplements. It's worth mentioning that our bodies can't absorb more than 500 milligrams of calcium at once. So, if we take 1,000 milligrams in one go, only half of it will be absorbed. Therefore, it's necessary to split the dosage. Now, let's talk about another crucial mineral for all athletes: magnesium. Magnesium is even referred to as the endurance mineral. I remember once I was on a challenging mountain trek, hiking for many hours a day with steep ascents and descents, carrying a heavy backpack. It was initially very difficult, but luckily, I had magnesium with me, although I didn't give it much importance at first. However, when I started taking it, I immediately felt an increase in endurance. And it wasn't just my perception. Numerous studies confirm that magnesium has a significant impact on our ability to withstand physical exertion. It's also highly beneficial for our heart health. Needless to say, our engine, which largely determines our endurance, greatly benefits from magnesium. It helps us synthesize and release more energy for muscle contraction. Additionally, magnesium helps lower our blood pressure and contributes to the production of certain enzymes and hormones that directly affect the growth of our muscle mass. Now, here's a crucial detail: if we consume magnesium without an adequate intake of calcium, absorption won't occur. Magnesium must be consumed in conjunction with sufficient calcium intake. So, both calcium and magnesium need to be supplied to our bodies in normal and adequate dosages. Speaking of magnesium requirements for adults, you need approximately 400 milligrams of magnesium. There are recommendations that if you engage in active sports, you can double or even reach up to 800 milligrams. Now, obtaining magnesium is actually simpler than calcium because there are many food sources rich in magnesium that can easily be incorporated into your regular diet. Whole grains, various seeds, nuts, and greens are all great options. Of course, as I've mentioned before, it's always best to obtain vitamins and minerals from food, as recommended by dietitians. However, if it's challenging to get enough from food alone, you can consider supplements. Here's another interesting aspect about calcium and magnesium. Calcium has a stimulating effect. It enhances our strength, improves our mood, and somewhat stimulates our brain. On the other hand, magnesium has a somewhat relaxing effect. That's why it's recommended to consume more calcium in the first half of the day. For example, having a portion of cheese for breakfast before heading to a workout. As for magnesium, it's best to consume it closer to dinner or bedtime since it has a calming effect. This would be the optimal schedule. We energize ourselves with calcium in the morning, train, and then in the evening, during dinner, we consume magnesium to relax and prepare for a better night's sleep. Some individuals have even reported significant improvements in their sleep quality simply by incorporating magnesium into their evening routine. So, that's the approach. Now, let's move on to another vital mineral: zinc. Zinc plays a significant role in muscle building processes and protein synthesis. It also strengthens our immune system and improves the functioning of our brain, making our bones stronger and more resistant to stress. Even in the beauty industry, zinc is often recommended because it greatly strengthens our nails, hair, and enhances the appearance of our skin. Why is that? It's because zinc plays a vital role in protein synthesis, in which it actively participates. Moreover, zinc also has a significant impact on muscle development. As for the recommended dosage of zinc, different sources provide varying information. Some suggest 12 milligrams, others 20, and some even 40. However, if you're actively involved in sports, it's likely that you'll need to aim for the upper range of these recommendations, around 40 milligrams per day. As for food sources of zinc, options such as beans, barley, and beef are good choices. However, the true champion in terms of zinc content is oysters. Although I admit that consuming oysters every day may be quite exotic for many. Fortunately, there's another excellent source of zinc: pumpkin seeds. It's worth mentioning that this food is highly underrated and incredibly beneficial. In addition to zinc, pumpkin seeds contain a vast amount of other essential vitamins and minerals. You can purchase them already peeled to avoid the hassle of removing the shells, and consume a handful of pumpkin seeds each day, which would be highly beneficial. By the way, friends, I'm curious to know how you prefer to obtain vitamins and minerals, through natural food sources or by using supplements. Please share your experiences in the comments. It would be interesting to hear your perspective. And now, I highly recommend watching my video where I discuss overcoming the 7 deadly pull-up mistakes. The link to the video has just appeared on your screen, and I've also left a link in the description. Make sure to watch it. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the upcoming video about the pull-up mistakes. Until then, take care.